Welcome back, everybody. It's effectunknown. We're back in our Stoneblock 2 world. Today we are going to be taking a redesign to our mob masher little kind of area here. So first things first is we're gonna have to like tear this thing down because we're gonna make it a little bit more efficient, and we're definitely gonna probably be getting more drops and things like that. So we're gonna start with just kind of clearing out. We got a whole bunch of bows that we can just get rid of. And what else do we have for bows? So let's just get rid of all these bows. We don't need them. I mean, some of them might have some okay enchantments and stuff on them, but we're not too worried about that right now. So let's make sure we turn off our grinders and our fans just so we don't get trapped in there. Should be right about here, I think, is the last switch. And we'll turn our fans off. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start by clearing out this whole area. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger, and then we'll come back and we'll see what kind of a new design we're gonna have here. So I'll be back in just a second. All right, we're back. We got our old area for our mob masher all cleared out. We went ahead and pushed it back 3 layers. Kind of finished up the ceiling to kind of make it all fit and look the same. So basically what we're left with is, what is it, like a 6 by 19, I think, area. So what we're actually going to need to do is get a few things for our build set up here before, we kind of start spawning our mobs. So we're gonna need a where is it? A mob crusher. Is that what we do? Yeah, we're gonna make one of these. So what do we need? We need 1 iron sword. I thought we had some machine frames. There we go. We do have some. We'll need some books. Looks like we're gonna need paper. There we can make some paper, and then we should be able to make 2 books and 2 gold gears, and that should be our mob crusher. And then we're also gonna need some item conduits. We'll use those to put things into our storage drawers. And what else are we gonna need? We're gonna need a not a node, a flux point. That's what it was. I forgot what it was for a second. So we'll need to make ourselves 1 block of redstone, a few more of these flux cores. We got our flux point to power our mob crusher. And we're also gonna need some, let's see, some dark glass. We just want regular dark glass. Dark fused, painted with white. So yeah, we'll do that. So we need a bunch of nether quartz, and can we use ink sacks? We can. Okay. So let's grab some ink sacks, and looks like we're gonna have to run over and grab some nether quartz. Basically what we're gonna end up with is where's our nether quartz? Glass that we can see through but won't let the light in, so mobs can spawn, just kind of like how we have upstairs in our other place with our mob duplicator. If we throw them in there, that should start cooking up fairly fast. And let's see, we're also going to need a range add-on. We got a +5. Let's see if that's going to be big enough. So we're going to put this mob crusher dead center right there. Let's put our range add-on and 1, 2, 3 short. So we're going to want, is it a +8 then? Is that really? If we have 5, we can do 6, 7. We'll try this one. What is this? Gold? That's not that expensive. We can give it a shot. Hopefully that should cover. That's +8. So why does that only move at 1? We can't do 2 range. Interesting. One would think that going from 5 to 8 would give us more than just 1 more block. So let's jump right up to 10. We got the resources for those kinds of things, so that shouldn't be too hard. So let's see. Does it make it? It's still short. Well, I guess we'll just have to... we'll leave it. That'll be fine. That's okay if there's some mobs over on the side. They'll eventually walk over in the middle. And when they do, our crusher will get them. Let's see what we have for... Well, we got 8 glass there. And 3. Why did that... what? Isn't that making the same thing? Blast resistant, blocks light, painted with white. Oh yes, because it probably grabbed the first 3, another quartz right away. Because it likes to start cooking things up right away. So basically what we need to do now is we're going to go ahead. We're going to get rid of those lights. And we are going to run some of this glass right there. And that'll, like I said, that'll block the light. Which means we don't have to worry about having torches in here. We will probably put... I don't know if we'll set up any sort of redstone light switch. Basically, if you get enough light in there, it really brings the spawning down, but... we'll see. We'll see what we have time for. So now we basically just need a whole bunch of that glass. So I'm going to cook that up. And I will get the power and stuff set up for our mob crusher. And I'll run our item conduits. And I will be back in just a second. Alright, we're back. Well, we've got everything pretty much set up. All we got left to do is put one more piece of item conduit right there. If you can see, we definitely got a path running over here. And we got our little flux point down there. We got a filter on this trash can so we can pull out all the bows to start off with. Then, you know, if we need to add, you know, things for some more armor and things like that, we definitely can. But then we also threw in some redstone lamps up in the ceiling. They run off of this little switch here. We have a wireless transmitter behind it, and then a wireless receiver up in the ceiling. But all we then really have left to do is finish putting up our glass. And we also need our tank here for although I don't think we're going to get any liquid XP. Now that I think about it, I think the same with the one up there. We're just going to get basically the solidified, which we already have, 179 stacks of it, but a little bit more is a little bit more. So, and then we got our drop of evil. So all we'll have to do is basically plop this down in here. It'll turn all the dirt into cursed earth, and it'll basically just make mobs spawn really, really fast. So let's go ahead, let's drop it down and throw up our glass. And if we turn the lights off, it'll make it pretty much dark in there. And if we can see, we got a whole bunch of mobs already in there. Look at all of them. I mean, once we turn this guy on, he's gonna start killing all of them. Like we had said before, like the ones on the very edge, definitely won't be pulled in because they're just outside of the range. And it looks like some of the drops as well. Anything that drops outside that range won't get pulled in, but looks like we are getting some fluid essence. And oh yes, we have to put our last piece of item conduit in there. And now everything should be getting pulled out. There it goes. Now it's getting all pulled out. We got our facade we can use to cover things up. And we will get I guess one piece of fluid conduit, and then we can use that to extract our essence into this drum. So we'll just say we'll put you on insert, put you on extract always, and it pulls it out. So now if we turn the lights off, I mean, we can just, these guys are just spawning and dying and spawning and dying, and I mean, we got a lot of drops. It's a lot faster than the kind of passive mob grinder we had beforehand. Is there a fluid even keeping up? What's going on here? You're supposed to insert. Why are you not inserting? Can you not? No, you can pull out the back. Why aren't you inserting in the drum? Insert. For some reason it does not want to insert into this drum. Interesting. I don't know why. Let's extract. That's on inserts. Well, we'll figure that out later. But as you know, we could see, like, we got plenty of more drops. We'll get a lot more of loot crates and things like that. So we can just turn the lights off. Let this thing just run all at once. Should be picking up all the experience. But for some reason it's not pulling it out. That's the only thing I don't understand. Unless for some reason it just doesn't want to. So if we say always active, that's on inserts. Yep, still doesn't want to pull into that drum for some reason. But we'll worry about that at a different time. Because right now, it's time to say, hello, Mr. Googly Man. Must be full that it's not pulling up the experience. But that is our upgraded mob farm using the mob crusher and the cursed earth. This stuff is really good for making mob spawn. Just make sure that you have, you know, some nice stone or some bricks around the outside, because any dirt that it touches, it will just keep expanding, and it's really tough to get rid of it. And, you know, if you want to kind of pause the mob spawn and throw some lights above it, you give it enough lights, or enough of a kind of light source, then it'll slow down the mobs or completely stop them. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. Also, don't forget to click subscribe, ring the bell. You'll stay on top of when all the new videos come out, and it helps out this channel. It lets me know that you guys appreciate the time put into these things. But other than that, I'm effectunknown, and I will see you next time.